Are you a smart tennis player? Then why are your volleys going in the net? Okay, I'm going to give you 3 reasons why you may be hitting volleys in the net and the cure for that particular problem. Okay, number 1, you may be stopping when you hit your volley. Okay, when you come up and you hit that volley, you want to go through the shot. You want to move forward, get closer to the net. Now the ball may be coming back, so you may have to hit a second volley, maybe even a third volley. What happens when we stop is this. You turn, you stop, and things tend to go down. I like to use the analogy of a car. When the car puts on its brakes, okay, the front end goes down and the rear end goes up. The same thing happens when you're volleying. When you stop and you're not going through the shot, okay, when you stop, the front end goes down, so your upper body and your head tend to go down, and your racket arm and racket also tend to go down. So just hit through the shot, keep moving forward. That's going to prevent volleys in the net. Next one, second problem. Have you ever been in a doubles exchange, okay, and all 4 players are close to the net? Now, you want to try and get sideways as you're hitting all the time. This way, there's the net. I turn, I step in. Right now, my shoulders are somewhat perpendicular to the net. Now, what happens is, in a quick exchange, you may not have time to get sideways. When the shoulders are too parallel with the net, the racket can only go so far, and then it starts to go down. Here's a side view. I can only put my hand out so far. That's about as far as I can reach, and then it starts to go down. Okay, so you want to try and get the shoulders sideways to the net. Even on those quick exchanges, try and turn a little bit and hit out. Now, the third thing, you may not be giving the net enough respect. Okay, you got 36 inches in this by the center strap, 40 inches along the single sideline. Okay, so that net is not as low as you may think. As an example, I'm 6 feet. Now, if I move up to the net, okay, I'm standing about 12 feet away from the net right now. I'm 6 feet tall, and if I was here and I wanted to hit a nice little sharp angle cross court, if I look at that area where I'm hitting that ball, I have to look through the net, okay? And what happens is, you don't want to get that mindset because you're going to net the ball. What you want to do is look at a window above the net. So I may be looking to clear the net here. Okay, so this is my window when I'm trying for that little sharp angle. Right here's my window. Okay, because if you're looking here to hit the ball, you know, with a little angle, you're looking at it through the net, even if you're a 6-footer. So, you know, those are the basic things. You got to get a window above the net. Number 2 was you want to try and turn sideways. Remember? Turn a little bit. That's going to prevent that racket. If your shoulders are facing the net after you make a mistake, I guarantee you the ball went in the net, okay? So you've got to turn. And the first one, step into it. You know, move through the volley, get closer for the second or third volley. Okay, on this shot here, notice how I run through the volley. I don't stop. That's going to prevent you from hitting into the net. Okay, here again, you'll see how I run through the shot. Right there, basically what I've done is I've made a target for the oncoming ball with my racket. Now I'm stepping in to hit. At the moment of contact right now, I'm just thinking slide my hand across a tabletop. I'm just sliding my hand out. And I have that nice window over the net. I'm hitting out. I'm not trying to hit down, I'm hitting out. So my shot's going to land nice and deep. I don't stop. I run right through the volley. I want to get closer to the net for that second volley. I may even need a third volley. Split step here. And remember, the closer you get to the net, the easier those volleys are going to be. Then you can hit down with some angle. Again, from a different view, hit through, just run right through the volley. Get in closer to the net. Okay, that second reason why you may be hitting into the net with your volley, you're not getting sideways. Okay, this happens especially in doubles when all four players are up at the net. You've got to still try and, get sideways when you're hitting. So you're coming back to that ready position, but you're getting sideways. Okay, remember, if those shoulders get too parallel to the net, your racket is going to tend to go down. So Elias and I now are just hitting some volleys at close range, and we're just focusing on trying to get sideways and let the racket go out as we hit. Remember, that's going to help you prevent dumping the ball in the net. Okay, in this little drill here, I'm focusing on getting the shoulders slightly sideways to the net and hitting out, hitting through the shot. So I'm thinking sideways all the time, sideways, and hit through the shot. That's really going to prevent you from dumping the ball in the net. Okay, when you get that low one, when you're close to the net, you've really got to think about the window. That spot above the net where you're going to aim, a foot or two, especially if you're going for a sharp angle. The angle is what's going to hurt your opponent. So you can clear the net by a foot or two, but you have to hit this shot, the low one, when you're close to the net. The angle that the ball's coming in at, try and hit it back almost at the same angle. So you've got to get low, you've got to open the face and make sure you have that 1 or 2 foot window over the net. You've got. Okay, some slow motion of the low volley. Now remember, you want to get that nice window over the net, a foot or two over the net. You're trying to hit the ball back pretty much at the same angle that it's coming in at. Okay, so, and remember too, you want to use your knees like an elevator. You want to really bend on these low volleys. Try and keep the racket head up as much as possible. Okay, again, and remember when you're going for that short angle, you just have to set the racket face. Okay, here. I see the low one. I've set the racket. The racket face is slightly opened. It's slightly higher than my hitting hand. Now the ball's coming in on an angle and I'm trying to hit it back on that same angle. Right there, I'm probably clearing the net by about a foot.
and I've got a little angle on the shot.
Well, I hope you enjoyed that video. Please give it a thumbs up, a like, and please subscribe to the channel. So, are you becoming a smarter player? I hope so. Because remember, when you're in a match, you need that ability to adapt. When you're making a mistake, when you start making the same mistake over and over, you've got to be able to fix it. All the best, guys. Take care.